Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Nikki A. This is going to be a review of Real Housewives of Potomac Season 7, Episode 9. And I want to say in advance, first of all, thank you so much for the views on my last video. The last time I checked, I was like at 196 views.
Oh my god.
I also have 4 likes, so y'all was really rocking with that video, and it means a lot to me, so I really appreciate it. I also want to say on this video, definitely don't forget to comment and subscribe.
Help me! Help me!
I also got additional subscribers as well on the channel.
Oh my god!
So I appreciate y'all for joining the Nikki A family. I don't know if I'm gonna come up with like a name or anything like that, but you know, I appreciate you for joining the family. Also, if my energy is low, this episode drained me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Today drained me.
Outside of the things that I have going on in life, this episode drained me. So I've had to watch it twice because I watch it for my enjoyment and I watch it for my notes, and then having to record, and then I'll have to listen to it again to make sure everything is right. So yeah, this episode was a lot. It was full of a lot of disappointment, and we're gonna get into that as we get into the review. So let's just go ahead and hop right on into it because we have some things to cover. So they're back at the house. They're getting ready to have the white party. Mia is no longer hosting. Everybody's coming out of their rooms. Everybody's getting dressed, getting ready to go eat. Karen, I want to say, she looks very nice. Come on, 59, 55, okay? I will say this, though. You can tell she's wearing shapewear, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I wear shapewear. I think that shapewear can be a compliment to something that you're wearing, especially if it is form-fitting, just to make sure that you have the right shape. However, I can tell that her shapewear was giving her a little trouble with breathing and standing up straight because she was kind of leaning to the side. And I have been there, okay? I know what that discomfort feels like, and I was feeling for her. But she had looked it good, though.
You look good!
We get to Mia and Jackie. They're getting ready, and Mia says that Karen had said that she didn't want her to do anything for her, and Mia says no.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
No. You said that you weren't going to do anything for her after she said that you didn't have to. Then Mia says, well, I mean, if you say someone doesn't have to do it, then that means that you don't appreciate it. Girl, bye. You were making a big stink. You were causing a big fuss. And Karen was telling you that it wasn't that deep. Like, she appreciated that she wanted to do something for her, but it wasn't really that deep. Anywho, we move on. They go downstairs. Jackie comes in being the spokesperson, like she has a champagne flute, okay? Like she has a contract, okay?
Why are you this lapdog? Why are you just... What do you do? What do you do?
Like she...
And she basically directs them to where they need to go, tells them what's going on with Mia and what have you. Like they really care, because they don't. But okay, Jackie, if it makes you feel important. They get to the table. I think drinks are served, and then they basically go around the table and they talk about their favorite funny Karen moment. Candiace and I have the same one, which is the wig shit, because her wig, okay, was doing the same movements as Ray J's hat on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Okay, baby, those two they're tied in first place. So that was my favorite. Ashley talks about stealing Karen's wig. Is it me, or did Ashley look really cute? And this is coming from somebody that don't really like Ashley like that. I don't like her, but she looked really cute in Karen's wig. I'm not gonna hold you. She looked really cute. So, and that's probably why they have a relationship, because she really she's kind of a Karen Jr. Robin's memory or moment was the controlled kiss, I guess. And Karen was like, well, you got a ring after I showed you that. Like, yeah, but she's still not married though. And from what you showing us in the trailer for the second half of the season, Ron has another woman, so that didn't do nothing for her. Giselle's was the clank clank, the bar soap, help your husband. And that was funny, but I do kind of feel like it was slightly shady because I feel like the other moments that the ladies were using didn't have anything to do with someone being, chastised or disrespected in the moment. Not saying that Ashley didn't deserve or wasn't getting what was coming to her in that moment, but I feel like she could have chose a different moment, but it's Giselle. And then Mia's favorite moment was with G when he was sticking out his nasty tongue. Karen was like, oh! And everybody wanted to laugh, and Jacqueline was like, yeah, it's a big old tongue, and all of this. I'm like, oh, so we can joke, and we can laugh, and we can do all of these things when it comes to G. But when it comes to Chris, when it comes to Candiace's husband, we need apologies and things of that nature, and I don't want to be in rooms with him and all this.
Okay.
Come on now. Then they have a fire show, rather, and Karen is getting turned on by the firework. Okay, girl. And says she's gonna have to call Ray after it was over.
Okay.
Ew, I'm not even gonna stick too much on that. No, ma'am. Candiace checks on Wendy. And prior to that, Candiace checks on Wendy and asks if she's, and I apologize, my notes are a little, but prior to that, Candiace checks on Wendy and asks if she's coming, and Wendy says she feels it's best if they stay separate at this time. Then Ashley asks Candiace about some Twitter posts that Chris had made to vent about the stuff that was going on and the accusations that were being made against him. And Ashley tried to say that Chris was threatening her. Then Giselle jumps in and says, oh, I thought that was meant for me, but it's about you. Oh, okay. Giselle, get your own storyline. Stop trying to piggyback off of everybody else's storyline. Get your own storyline. Candiace said, it was probably directing it at both of y'all. So, and they want to get, you're threatening me. You're accusing me. What did I lie about? Both of y'all can shut up. Y'all accuse this man of SA. Chris has the right to express himself however the heck he feels like. Period. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. I get so sick and tired of y'all think that y'all can just do stuff to people and they're not supposed to react. They're supposed to sit there and take it and twiddle their thumbs. No, that's not how that works. If you poke the bear, you're going to get bit. You can't sit up there and complain and cry and scream because you're bleeding when you mess with the bear in the first place. We're not doing that.
I better listen now. I'm telling you, that's a word.
Candiace, I'm going to need you to wake up and smell the coffee. They are tag teaming you. And Ashley is the pawn and the gopher, and she does their dirty work. Stop trying to be friends and play nice and start playing D. Start playing defense. Like, start actually playing the game. Like, you can be friendly and you can be nice, but also keep at the forefront who these people really are. But we're gonna get back to that later. Mia says, well, I don't understand how she, meaning Candiace, can be upset when someone lies on her husband, but when Wendy lies on my husband, she defends her.
Oh, what are you talking about, man?
Mia, you threw a drink on this lady. Anything that came after that is on you. You also lied on Wendy first. Again, anything that came after that is all on you. Also, the two situations are very different, Mia, because you have already alleged that you and G invite others into your marriage. Chris is being accused of SA, or being inappropriate in an intimate way with someone that is not his wife without Candiace's knowledge and or consent. It is different, and you are looking for a moment, girl. You're looking for a moment. You are not a victim. Nobody did anything to you. You put your business about your marriage out there, and now you want to be upset because now people are using it against you, but that's your fault. You should have kept it close to the chest. You didn't. Candiace says, okay, so when I cuss all of y'all out, then I'm loud and I'm aggressive. But when I try to move on, now I'm defensive. There's no winning with you all.
There are times when I get kind of tired of being in this position. I'd like to pass off to somebody else.
And I'm with her on that. She's in between a rock and a hard place. It doesn't matter what she does or how she does it or what she says or how she says it. They're going to always move the goalposts to make her a villain. And I can't. Then Jackie jumps in it. Girl, sit back. You are a friend of the about to be friend of the show. And see, some of y'all probably are not going to like what I have to say about Candiace later on. But this is why she moves the way she does. Everyone, including Sideshow Bob over here, is ganging up on her. But like I said, we don't come back to that. Candiace says, I will not be bombarded by me as representative. Okay.
I love it. I love it.
Jackie says, you wish you had a representative, but nobody represents you. And see, this is what I mean. Even Jackie knows that nobody supports Candiace. She knows that Candiace is by herself. She knows that Candiace is an open target. And we're going to see the difference between someone who has some type of backup later on in the episode versus what Candiace has. But Candiace has nothing. So even Sideshow Bob, a friend of the about to be friend of the show, can come on here and say something to her, and nobody has her back. Nobody has her back. So we move on. Candiace is like, who even are you?
I don't know her. Right. Like, what am I supposed to say?
And a lot of people are saying that they felt like she shut Jackie down. And she did, but I kind of wish she would have given her the Wendy treatment. Wendy, are you talking? Shut up. I'm done talking to you. Shut up. Sometimes you have to pay people dust, and you just have to shut it down. Sometimes it's not about winning the back and forth. It's about shutting it down completely. And I wish Candiace knew how to discern better when it's more appropriate to do one versus the other. Candiace is like me, and I can go back and forth all day, but as I've gotten older, I've learned to discern, or I'm starting to learn to discern when it is appropriate to go back and forth and when it's appropriate to just shut it down, like, I'm not doing this. And with Jackie, of all people, you don't even go here.
Doesn't even go here.
Do you even go to this school?
You don't even go here, man. I'll be daggone if I waste my precious voice, especially with Candiace being a singer. I'll be daggone if I waste my precious vocal cords having a correspondence with you. You don't even matter. Sit back and drink your glass of wine and eat your food that the show that I'm actually on is providing for you and allowing you to drink on and chew on. Chew on that. That's why I live for Wendy when she does that. Because Wendy's like, girl, I'm not about to do you. Giving Cynthia Bailey. Now, what else is going on? Okay? So, for me, I wish Candiace would have done that. I wish she would have given her the, are you talking? Shut up. And ate her food and tuned her out. Candiace, you have to learn also that you don't have to let them bait you into doing the back and forth. And that's what they do. They bait you into the back and forth. And they say, see, look, you're aggressive. You're combative. You do this. You do that. Now, obviously, because y'all are dark-skinned, brown-skinned black women, dark-skinned black women, they're going to say something about you no matter what. But just like with Wendy, she shuts it down and she's condescending. Like, no, I'm just not going to entertain an argument with you when it's not necessary. I'm just going to shut it down.
No, like hardcore. I'm not playing that game.
But I'd rather do that with somebody like Jackie. Like, girl, I would have dismissed it. I wouldn't even have acknowledged her. You just left a meeting with Trina, who just laid a feature on your record. Jackie wouldn't even be on my radar, girl. I would have been eating my food. And if Robin would have stuck her big face in, like, are you going to respond? You don't have anything to say? I'd be like, oh, was somebody talking? I would have did her like Mia did Wendy later on in the episode. But we gonna get there. We gonna move on. Candiace said,
Oh, Lord have mercy. Today drained me.
that she is completely drained of the fakery in this group and that they can kiss the darkest part of her ass. Okay? And I understand. You know, I definitely get it. I've been in situations like that before and it is extremely draining. Very much. Mia, since this is the next day, okay, so they all get it from the table. They go ahead and go to sleep. So some of them they don't all go to sleep. Some of them go to the pool and then they go to sleep. Go to sleep. Mia the next day sends a text saying that they depart at 11:30 a.m. Be ready. Da 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 da. Mia then says to Jackie, "Why is Candiace even here? If it was me in the situation that Wendy is in, you would leave with me, right?" To Jackie. So she's supposed to just let you exclude her as well?
No.
On top of the fact, you and somebody else had brought this out, and I felt like this was a good point. Jackie, you and Mia have known each other since you were children. Candiace and Wendy don't know each other like that. I'm going to be here. I'm going to stick up for her. I'm going to try to make sure she gets invited and gets her check. I'm going to let y'all know that y'all wrong and y'all trifling. But I'm not finna leave, though. Like, I was invited here. I got my ticket and I flew here. No. Why should I have to leave my accommodations? Like, that's, no.
But you do need to take it outside. Actually, I'm not going nowhere.
They show Wendy at the hotel, but I low-key feel like it's footage from the previous day because it looks like it's the same outfit. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a different version of the previous outfit, but it looked like the same outfit. But she calls Eddie and talks to the kids, and, you know, they were eating things off of, I guess, whatever meal plan it is that they're supposed to be on. It was a cute little moment. It was an uncomfortable moment, but it was a cute little moment because at least Wendy has, you know, a husband combination and children to check in on. And at least her kids want to talk to her, Giselle. So then we go back to the house and Ashley is talking to, I forget, I think she was talking to her mom. And she says that Michael sent her a text being nice.
Okay.
We don't care. We're going to move on. Charisse visits Candiace in her room. Candiace says that she was drained from last night. Charisse says that she wants to see Candiace happy with the group. Charisse, how is she going to be happy with the group when they all hate her? How does that work, Charisse?
I mean,
Exactly. Candiace basically says that they are lying on her husband. She says, Ashley, that's what your husband does. That is the way that you have been disrespected. So you project that on other people. And she's right. Ashley wants to try to show Candiace is no better than her. If someone can't prove that you are beneath them, they will try to prove similarity. And that is what Ashley is doing. Candiace says that the divorce is fake. She feels that the divorce is fake. And she asks Charisse if she thinks it's real. And Charisse is like, I do.
Boy, if you don't get...
Charisse. Candiace calls BS. And I think the rest of America does too. Candiace, take notes though on this, okay? Charisse is playing the game. She isn't going to give you that moment. And you also have to realize that she came to your room to get a moment out of you. Not to give you a moment, but to get a moment out of you. You have to be, and we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. But you have to be more aware of when someone's playing you. Because I'm gonna put this right here, right now on this video. Charisse is gonna run that back. At some point in the episode, Charisse is going to run that back that Candiace has said she thought that the divorce was not real. Okay? So And then it's gonna be a whole see, Candiace, you saying stuff, you talk about people behind their backs, da 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 da. But Candiace has already stated she don't like Ashley. On top of the fact that, and they're gonna totally start in the middle and dismiss the fact that Ashley is trying to say that Chris was being touchy-feely with her friend. But anywho, Candiace says, if I'm leaving a nasty booty-grabbing man, I wouldn't want his name on my property. And I can't disagree. Some of you I've seen have said that Candiace shouldn't be talking because she's married to a white man that makes less than her and has children.
Let me explain something to you.
That's not the same thing in comparison. Chris isn't around here essaying people. That's not a good comparison at all. But go off, y'all. Go off. Also, yes, Candiace says things when it comes to Ashley's marriage. But it is always about Michael and the disrespect. She never says it with an audience. She might say it to one other person. Same with Karen. She may say it to one other person. But she doesn't go to the group and have a discussion with the group without that person there. And I'm not saying even having one-on-one gossip is okay, but I feel like when you go and you talk about something that someone is dealing with to a whole group of people, without that person present, there's an air of maliciousness to it. Versus when you go and talk to one other person, like, girl, did you hear? Just like on Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, when Mimi had did the whole tape with Nico and Erica, and I forget the other girl's name. But you know, when we get the whole I am disgusted meme from, when they are, it's just, them two, and they're like, girl, you need to talk to her, da da da. It's just that one-on-one. They didn't go get a whole group of people to sit down and look at the tape. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like when Candiace does it, like, yeah, I can see how it could be taken and see you doing the same thing, but we're going to get to it. So we get to the events of the day. Mia puts herself, Giselle, Karen, and Jackie in a group, and then the rest are going on the boat. Robin basically says that she's upset that she has to be in the group with a butthole. Robin, you're a butthole.
You are very old and you need to play your age and not 12. You're an old lady.
You're the butthole of the group. So you can cut it out. Let's say that. In the car ride to the boat, Candiace says that she wants to invite Wendy so that she isn't just sitting in a car by herself. Robin gets an attitude. She's rolling her eyes. She's huffing and puffing. She is a child. And I can't. In the other car, where we have Karen, she says she wants everyone to get to a better place. Jackie says, well, I don't see how we're going to get to a better place when Mia needs apologies.
Why are you this lapdog? Why are you just... What do you do? What do you do?
I don't like friends like this. I don't like friends that can't hold their friends accountable. I have told my friends plenty of times when I have felt that they were wrong in a situation. Like, girl, you know that's on you, right? Like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Like, we're not. I have done that plenty of times, and I don't. Like, Jackie, you were there. You saw how that situation escalated. The fact that you really feel like Mia needs an apology, like, girl, if you don't cut it out. Mia is not the victim. And she's the one that needs to be apologizing, not being apologized to. She plotted against and threw a drink on someone and then reneged on doing something for someone else because they wanted to check on the person. They got the drink thrown on them and didn't want them to be alone. Mia and Jackie need to grow up. Then Karen apologized.
I am disgusted.
Karen is very fake. And I hope all y'all see that. Karen is fake, and she goes to the side and kisses her butt.
I see straight through you.
I've already been done with Karen, but now I'm very done with Karen. And I really don't care about what happens surrounding her moving forward. We'll see what I'm talking about when we get to what comes up later in the episode. But I'm tired of her thinking that she can keep maneuvering around unscathed, period. I'm sick of it. Candiace invites Wendy. and Wendy obliges. Juan's roommate rolls her eyes. Robin, you could have gone back to the house if that's what you wanted to do, girl. They could have dropped everybody else off at the boat, and you could have gotten an Uber or a Lyft back to the house. It ain't even have to be all that. You ain't have to be there. You nor your shoulders had to be there, ma'am. Okay?
You take that elsewhere. Don't bring that here.
I mean, Wendy is a part of the group, whether you like it or not. Wendy is going to be there. You're not stopping nobody's check, so you can cut it out. We get back to Mia's group, and they are pulling up to drive some Lamborghinis. The other car gets to the boat, and I'm doing air quotes when I say the boat, okay? They thought they was getting on a yacht. I thought they were getting on a yacht. It's a paddle boat. It's a paddle tug. Scoop it under the rug boat. Okay, like, Mia did them dirty. And she could have at least told them so they could have dressed appropriately for the occasion. Christian Dior, Candiace is Christian Dior down. People got on the guy on their Dolce & Gabbana, their Versace's. Okay. Their Chanel's and whatnot. To come sweat it out? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Wendy arrives, and Robin is being a butt, being dismissive, not even looking in her direction. She doesn't greet her. But Wendy is the one that was assaulted, and you can't even just say hi? Girl. Ashley asks Wendy how she's been. Basically said that she's been booked and busy, okay? Because Wendy has jobs and responsibilities because she's really that girl. Then we get back to the other group. They go driving Lamborghinis. We get back to the other group. Ashley asks Juan's roommate how everything is going on with her and the wedding and everything on her end. And she says they are planning something very, 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 very small. Spoiler alert, it's going to be very small because it's just going to be Robin. Okay. Ashley asks if she's eloping, and she says this is something that she would only want to talk about around people who actually like her. So then you don't want to talk about it then. Or you just want to talk about it with Giselle. Is that what we're doing? Because don't nobody really too much like you, girl. Because you act like a child. Candiace says it's disappointing to see everyone doing neck rolls dirty work. And that's really what it feels like. Because Robin was extremely disappointed that she couldn't go with Giselle. It had nothing to do with not wanting to be around Candiace. She wanted to be with Giselle. So it's like, you know, Robin feels like when Giselle's not here, I have to be the Giselle of the group. And that's what she's trying to do. So we get back over to the ladies in the Lamborghinis. And Karen just messing up them people's Lamborghini. Mama can't get it in gear. She can't find the gas pedal. She couldn't turn the car on. She messing up them people's transmission. I said, ooh, bravo. I hope y'all had it in the budget for any repairs or any maintenance that needs to come up out of that because Karen is messing that Lamborghini. Also, why couldn't the other ladies join in that? That would have been a cute moment, but that just shows you how spiteful Mia is. Karen says, I think I'm getting moist.
This is the life that I guess I'm gonna have to live. Yeah.
Listen, I am happy for her that at 59, her twat waffle is still working the way it's supposed to. And if I make it to 59, I hope mine does. Okay, and we gonna leave it at that. We move on. Everyone gets back to the house to get changed for the night. They're going out to I think it's a Greek restaurant. Robin and Giselle are getting dressed, and Robin brings up Candiace's live, and then Bravo plays Candiace's live, where basically she's saying, all y'all fake, F y'all. And Robin blows it out of proportion, and she decides that she's gonna share it with the group. She says she's upset because she's always been loyal to Candiace. Ma'am, I definitely recall you being at the boutique or wherever you were shopping at with Ashley and Giselle and saying to Giselle that Candiace over dramatizes everything to Chris. That's not being supportive. That's not being loyal. That's not being a friend. So we're not gonna sit here and act like you've just been, sticking it out in her corner and holding her down, because you have not. Candiace asks if Wendy can come to the dinner. Everybody finishes getting dressed, and they head downstairs. And before they leave, Candiace asks if Wendy can come since it's the final dinner. And Candiace is like, because she's a part of the group and I feel like she should be here. It's the final dinner, so on and so forth. And Mia is like, y'all done asked me the 7th time and I said no. Y'all want to ask me the 8th time like it's going to change. Mia, girl. So Candiace is like, so you're not comfortable. Okay. Ashley says Mia is taking things way too far, and she definitely is, considering she is the one who started it, okay? Like, Mia, you act like Wendy just came out of nowhere and said what she said. First of all, you were the one that brought you and G's business to the group. That is number one.
Okay.
Number two, you are the one who threw a drink on her first. What are you talking about, ma'am? You don't have any right to have this type of attitude and this type of irregard for Wendy.
Okay.
I want to comment real quick on Ashley's outfit. I don't like it. I think I would have liked it better if it was a dress. I don't like that it was a pant situation. If that had been a dress, that would have been bomb. That would have been dope. But I felt like she should have been going to yoga. And maybe that's one of her yoga, outfits or whatever. But I felt like she should have been going to yoga or Pilates or yoga Lattes or hot yoga or something of the sort. Or gymnastics. But not a night out on the town at a nice restaurant. I just felt like that wasn't the outfit for that. But we move on. Mia says that Jackie said that Ashley is cute and says that she is Jackie's type. And Ashley Then Mia says that she shared her man with Jackie, but not G. That got clarified. But her ex. She said her ex was good in bed and that it made a problem for her to leave. And so that Jackie could understand why, she basically told Jackie to try him out. And she says that to this day, Jackie has said that she has not found better.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't understand. Like, why would you, I'm sorry. Like, and then you bring information like this to the group and then you want to get mad when they throw it back to you in an argument. Like, we move on. Ashley invites Wendy and she lets the group know. Which I was glad she did, because Wendy deserved to be there. She is a part of the group. She deserves to get a check like everybody else. If Mia can throw a drink and still collect her check, then I think Mia, being the one that got a drink thrown on her, should be able to collect hers as well. Just like I didn't disagree that Monique wasn't able to collect her check. I don't agree, and Monique was the villain. I definitely don't agree that the victim should not be able to collect her check. We're not going to do that. Sharice says, Ashley, I think it's unfair for you to make a decision with the group without discussing with us first. Sharice, baby, I don't know if you know this, but you haven't been the group for a while. And Wendy is actually a part of the group, so she should be there. So I'm going to need you to step all the way back. As Jamie, that's me, says, scoot back. Scoot all the way back to the back row. Scoot back. Because nobody was talking to you. Okay? We move on. Ashley says, no, I don't think it's fair that this woman took time away from her family to be with this group. And because of one incident, she's being ostracized from the group. And period, poo. Robin says, it's Mia's trip. No, Robin, it's Bravo's trip. And everyone deserves to get paid, including Wendy. Stop trying to block her bag. We're not doing that. Mia calls Ashley a disrespectful little brat. Ashley calls Mia a bully, which she is. Period, point blank. Candiace then asks Jackie if she's going to jump in and help her friend. Because Jackie had so much to say the other night when it was Candiace against the whole table, and Jackie wanted and Candiace had some things to say to Mia, then Jackie wanted to jump in. So now that Ashley has some things to say to Mia, girl, you want to jump in? Where's your mouth? You left it upstairs? Like, what's going on? What happened was? We're waiting. Now, I will say this, though. Because this is something else that Candiace does when it comes to Robin or Ashley or what have you. Because she also did this at the burn session when Robin and Wendy were having their little situation, whatever, and Candiace said to Wendy, like, do you understand her? Did you hear that? Like, Candiace, you have to stop doing that for people who don't like you, for people who treat you like crap. You have got to stop. I get what you were doing in that moment, and it was a great TV moment, and it was a great haha gotcha moment, but at the same time, I would have rather you have sat there and said nothing. Because, baby, you sat up there and you did all of that for Ashley to turn around moments later and stab you in the back. And we're going to get to that in a minute, but I really wish you would have just sat there and let Ashley fight her own battle. She is a big little woman, and she can handle her own situation. She was fine. She did not need you to do that. Y'all did not need to try. It wasn't going to be Candiace and Ashley against Mia and Jackie. That's not what that was going to be. Because when Robin sat up there and jumped on your behind, Ashley gave her more ammo. Ashley added more fuel to the fire. And you have got to learn how to start playing that game back. They do not like you, including Ashley. She does not like you. And she doesn't defend you. She makes situations worse for you. When she is going at it with someone, when Robin is going at it with someone, when Giselle is going at it with someone, when Karen is going at it with someone, you need to sit back and watch from the sidelines and let them handle it on their own. Let them defend each other. You sit back and chill. When they start defending you, then you can jump in and have something. You did the same thing last year at the reunion when Nikki was getting in Ashley's behind for bringing her and her breast milk up on your trip, being disrespectful, and you wanted to go to bat for Ashley. You have got to stop doing that. You have got to stop. Because this is how you end up in situations that you were in this night. Okay? Jackie says, mind your business. Candiace says, this is my business. It kind of wasn't, Candiace. I'm going to have to side with Jackie on that. It kind of was not. And I really wish you just would have stayed mute. You have to, girl. Because then when you started going at Miss Jackie, nobody had your back. Ashley wasn't like, thank you, girl. Yeah. No. You were left once again on an island by yourself. You have got to stop. Because you're running out of sand, ma'am.
You hear what I'm telling you?
Robin says for Ashley to put herself in Mia's shoes. And if she had a conversation to the degree that they had, you wouldn't want a person back around without your blessing. Ashley's face is giving, I don't give a... In the background, Candiace is going, I've been in her shoes. I'm here, so it worked out well for me. And I get it. And I'm 50-50 with this moment because I get why Candiace did it, but I still also felt like you should have just set this one out, girl. But I get it because at the same time, we have Giselle, we have Ashley, we have people coming at me talking about my husband. And I got into conversations with 2 people. And I'm still here.
However,
It's different, Candiace, because you're not hosting the trip. I'm not going to say you're not paying for nothing, because Mia ain't paying for nothing, but you're not hosting the trip. So that's what Robin was trying to make it about. And I don't agree with Robin. I definitely don't. But that's what Robin was trying to make it about. Like, it's her, quote unquote, her trip. And she's had a confrontation with somebody and she's uncomfortable. And you just brought this person around without discussing it, Which I don't really care because the confrontation was started by Mia. So Mia has no grounds to, be in the space that she's in. But that's where it was coming from. And you're not hosting anything at this point. But I get where you're coming from, but you should have, again, kept it mute and kept it cute. So, again, I get why Candiace wanted the moment, but and we're gonna get to why she wanted the moment in a minute. Wendy arrives. Giselle gonna scoop me a chair. Really? And it came off in a very jokingly type of manner, and it's like, so we still think it's funny, but it wasn't. You were all serious and had to have security and all of this when it was Monique. They maneuvered the seating around, and now Giselle is sitting with the pool behind her. Someone says, "Don't fall in the pool." I think it might have been Karen. And Giselle says, "Oh, don't worry. If anyone is going in the water, it ain't me." Huh? Talking about Wendy. I don't know if anybody caught that because I've listened to a few reviews and I don't think anybody caught that. But that really pissed me off because she was trying to talk about Wendy getting a drink thrown on her, getting doused by Mia. So again, we think it's funny. But with Monique, you needed security. You didn't want to be anywhere around her. You felt unsafe. But when it's Mia doing it to Wendy, it's all fun and games. You got the jokey jokes. Robin, was that not antagonizing? Was Giselle not being antagonizing? Was she not antagonizing the situation? So we can call out Wendy, but you're not going to call out your bestie? Child. I can't. So, Wendy. And this was the part that just deflated me. I was already deflated, but this just took whatever wind I had left out of my sails. Wendy does the unthinkable.
What? Oh no. No. Oh no. No.
And really the unnecessary. And apologizes to Mia.
I had a reason.
What was the reason? Wendy, I don't know why you would do this. I was appalled. I was flabbergasted.
I am disgusted.
I was hurt to my core. Come on, Mimi Faust.
You hurt me to the core.
Because just 2 seconds ago, Giselle was sitting there making fun of you. And what happened to you. And you turn around and nobody had your back. Like, Giselle, it's not funny. Let's not joke about this moment. Nobody had your back. And you sat up there and apologized when you had nothing to apologize for. You were the victim in the situation.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this.
Now, I will say this. I do feel like she did this to make sure her job was safe. I do feel like it was strategy because, she took the wind out of their sails. There's nothing that they can do. Like, I apologize for my part. What else do you want me to do? They can't hold it over her head anymore. Like, they can't. And you could tell when she apologized, they looked defeated. Like, oh, okay. Oh. Because now they have nothing else. Like, she took their whole storyline away. So now what else is going on? Miss Cynthia Bailey. What else is going on? Okay? So I understand why she did it. And I agree with the reasons why she did it, but I still wish she had not done it. Then Ducklet Mia, you really, and I don't like talking about people like this, but I'm going to say this. Me and you should not wear bright colored lipstick. They try to say dark skinned girls should not wear dark colored lipstick. No, baby, Mia should not wear dark colored lipstick. My dark skin sisters look good. Okay, my brown skin sisters, we look good. And I want to also say, because I know in a couple of my videos, I make a distinction between brown skin and dark skin to be respectful. It's not to, separate myself from, a category of skin tone. But I have been corrected on many occasions when I have described myself as dark skin, like you more brown skin, you not really, there's ranges. And I feel like my skin tone personally, I'm on the cusp. Like right when we're going out of brown skin and getting into like dark skin, like right when we're leaving out of the range of brown and going into deep, I'm kind of like right there in the middle is where I am. So I kind of can lean both ways, but I just, to not offend anybody that is obvious, that they're in the dark skin category, is not to offend. I make the distinction between the two. But we look good in red lipstick. Mia, on the other hand, girl, is giving duck lip. So duck lip Mia was extremely dismissive. Oh, who's she talking to? That wasn't for me. She's not apologizing to me. And that right there is exactly why Wendy should not have apologized. That right there. She should have been paid dust. But again, like I said, I understand. Robin then shares the live with the table. Robin is so daggone extra and thirsty. Not you brought a speaker down to the restaurant, honey. Not you brought a speaker. You could have just passed the phone around, huh? You have an iPhone. Don't they have the best speakers in the phone game? You could have just turned the volume up, huh? You had to have a whole... You are thirsty. You are thirsty for people to not like Candiace. You are thirsty, girl. And so they listening to the live, and Ashley's getting mad because she heard Candiace say F these hoes. F these hoes. Like, yeah, F you, Ashley. You sit up here talking about this man was rubbing all on your friend. I'm not going to call everybody been calling her ugly. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, girl, you sit up here saying that this man was rubbing all up on your friend. Or was it, well, I'm sorry, Giselle was saying that he was rubbing up all your friends. You were saying that he was trying to get with your friend. He was in your DMs, so on and so forth and what have you. Yeah, it's F you. And everybody that like you. What you mean? Yeah, you and Giselle. Giselle's trying to say, I was uncomfortable, and it was suggested, and he a sneaky link, and all. Yeah, it's F these hoes. That's what it is. That's what it is. Robin is over here milking the situation. All these hoes, everyone, all panhandle. Girl, Robin, they can hear. They don't need the echo. Okay? They don't need the extraness. They can hear. Matter of fact, it's on Candiace's live. So if they want to go run it back for themselves in a private moment, they can do that too, just to make sure they ain't miss nothing. Then Robin goes, like, why? Oh, I don't know, Robin, because y'all gang up on her every chance y'all get. It is literally her against everybody. And now you're dragging her husband into it. Y'all will on her for having a mother of means. Then y'all didn't like her mouth. Then y'all blamed her for the fight with Monique. Then y'all blamed her for the fight with Mia. Now y'all are accusing her husband of SA and putting their livelihood in jeopardy. Maybe that's why. She's tired. She's exhausted. She's worn out. She has had enough.
Pick somebody else.
That's why, Robin. Candiace says, I could go ahead and answer it if you want to let me. I don't have a problem. Yeah, if you want me to. She says, thank you for the ambush. The Ashley says, oh, it's not an ambush because you said it. Ashley, baby girl, while the live in of itself may not have been an ambush because it was on live, so Candiace knew what she had said and then she had made it public, the confrontation of it was. And Robin claims to be in support of Candiace and to be Candiace's friend. So then why not come to me privately and be like, were you talking about me? Was this about, like, because you had said all. But I'm trying to figure out, am I part of the all? Because at the end of the day, when you are friends with somebody and you know somebody's out here like, F these hoes, da 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 da, all these hoes and kiss my da da da. You know who all the hoes are. You know that don't mean everybody on the entire planet. That don't mean everybody that y'all know. You know who the hoes are. Okay? Like you know who is being referred to in said statement. Robin was being thirsty and was looking for a moment. And it was definitely an ambush. Candiace basically says that I said what I said. Robin asks, if everyone is out for themselves, then why are you here? Robin, because foolishly, she actually cares about y'all. I don't know if y'all realize that about Candiace. And we're going to get into this a little bit here, but that is the difference between Ashley and Candiace. Because a lot of people ask, like, why do you still try to be friends with people who do you wrong and so on and so forth? That's the difference between Ashley and Candiace. Ashley really is out here for self. Ashley don't like nobody. She don't like Giselle. But she knows what Giselle's position is on the show. And she knows that she has to play to Giselle's position in order to secure her own on the show. And keep her spot on the show. Ashley don't like Giselle. And trust and believe, when the time comes to turn on to that, she will do it. When the time comes to no longer kiss up to Giselle in the manner in which she has been doing, when Ashley gets to a place where she feels like, I don't have to do that anymore, trust me, she won't.
Believe it.
She's already doing it a little bit, but she's still, we're going to get to that. But that's the difference. With Candiace, Candiace actually genuinely cares about these people. And so when they do things to her, when they say things about Chris, it personally affects her, show or not. That's why she gets so emotional, which we're going to hear, towards the end here about these things. And that's why it's so effed up. And honestly, really and truly, I blame Dorothy for that. Candiace is used to trying to find function and dysfunction and loving people who don't love her back because of Dorothy. She had to experience this with her mom. That woman was and is an emotionally abusive mother, but because that's mama, and a lot of us when we go through this, because that's mama, we try to internalize it and we figure out a way to love mama through the abuse and through the pain. Also, Candy with Mama Joyce, it's the same thing. And Candiace still loves her mom through that. So because that's her upbringing and that's what she's used to, she has basically, habitually has found a way to be able to still care about someone even though they do her dirty.
However,
Now, Candiace, while I may understand how you pardon and why you pardon your mother's behavior, I don't condone it, you doing this for the cast. You owe them nothing. They show you no grace, but you give them all of the grace. And we're gonna get to that too, because she has a conversation with Chris, and he says something along those lines. Candiace, you are going to have to start giving yourself some grace. You are going to have to start putting love for yourself above love for other people who do you wrong. That's why you hear Candiace saying, I thought we were friends and I thought we had a sisterhood and why can't we just da 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 da? Because Candiace actually really has a big heart, and usually when you go through the type of childhood that she had to go through and endure what she had to with her mother, you usually come out on the other end a little bit more, I don't want to say open, but susceptible to accepting behaviors that you shouldn't in other people.
I'm gonna tell them.
With that being said, this is why she looks at Robin and says, you were the only person I thought was loyal. Yeah, Candiace, Robin is very loyal to Giselle. Did he? Robin wasn't being loyal, Candiace. She was covering herself. See, all of this stuff that's going on with Chris, all of that was planned. But see, Robin wants no parts. Robin's job was to give you a false sense of loyalty and security, and it worked. That's why she really left the table at the winery. She knew what was about to go down. Because her and Giselle had already talked about it prior to getting there. And she left because she wants no part, because she knew what was about to happen with Juan. So she can't be involved in someone else's husband on the cast getting accused of SA when her husband, when it was getting ready to be publicized that her husband has been accused in being involved with SA on his job. Allegedly. Okay? So she wanted no parts. And you're being played. Well, you were being played. Hopefully you see now that, no ma'am, that's not your friend. Then she says, but after this, I don't know if I can say that anymore. And then proceed, well, I thought that she went on Watch What Happens Live and called Robin her friend. But I've seen somebody say that she said that they weren't friends. So let me know in the comment section below if she went on Watch What Happens Live and said if she said that her and Robin were friends or not. Karen was confused by this statement. As we all are like, Robin, when was Robin your friend? Like, girl, you ain't got no friends. Even Karen, no, girl, you ain't got no friends on this show, girl. You ain't got no friends. You might have some friends on the crew, which is why the editing has been amazing. But you ain't got no friends on the cast, girl. Nobody like you. Ashley says, well, say it to our face. Candiace says, I do, all the time, which is very fair because she does. Candiace does not hold her tongue. Candiace lets you know how she feels on the spot, which is, like, this is the person that told me and her mama was low budget. You think she's scared? I'm telling y'all how she really feels about y'all to your face. Absolutely not. Okay? We're not doing that. She tells Karen that she wasn't included in that and that she never thought of her as someone who schemes and plans. Then we have Ashley. Oh my God. She opens her face and tells Karen, well, since she's, lumping you into all of this, I just thought that maybe there's some things that you should know that she's been saying. And Karen's like, well, what is it? What's going on? What was said? Then she says, well, she talked about you, out here seeing other men or dating around with other men and being with other men that aren't right. Now, here's the thing. I knew this was coming. As soon as it came out of Candiace's mouth when they were sitting at the table in her home, I knew as soon as she said it. Actually, as soon as Ashley brought up Karen, I could tell by how Ashley said it. Like, oh, did you hear about what was going on with Karen? Or did you hear about, no, she said, so a lot of people have been coming to me telling me things about Karen. And I was like, oh, Candiace, please don't. And as soon as Candiace opened up her mouth, I was like, girl, that's going to come back to bite you. That's going to come back to bite you, baby. And it did. Candiace, you're going to have to hold your previews have come out for where you said that you honestly forgot. And producer had to let you know. Like, girl, you did say that. You did. And my Mia voice, you did. You did say that, girl.
Busted.com.
And you're gonna have to hold your L, and she apologized and what have you. So I do want to say that I definitely agree that Candiace is gonna have to hold her L. She definitely said it, and it is what it is. But I am going to give her grace, and here is why. Candiace is thirsty for approval and friendship from people who don't actually care about her, and this is gonna go back to what I was talking about originally. And like I said, it's because of her mom. Candiace just simply cannot help it. She thought she was having a girl chat moment with Ashley, and Ashley was playing the game. And see, this is the difference between Candiace and Ashley. Ashley's game face is always on. It's always on.
It ain't changing over here.
When she went over Candiace's house, as soon as she crossed over that threshold, game face was on, baby. Game face was on. And this is where I have to give Ashley her props. As I said previously, she plays everybody. Ashley plays the game. Ashley knows how to be a housewife. She knows and understands the job, and she does it well. And she plays, like when I say everybody, I mean including Ashley and Robin. She knows how to go and be where she needs to be and do what she needs to do. She knows how to get the tea and take it back. She knows when to take stuff personally and when not to. She knows when to let things go. She knows how to use things to her advantage. Like, she knows how to do that. And Candiace needs to take notes. I have to say it. She needs to take notes. And then obviously too, you know, she is light-skinned, so, you know, that gives her a little bit of privilege, and it does make it a little bit easier for her to play the game and get away with it. Candiace is darker complected, she's dark complected, but she does not have the same ease. She doesn't have the same privilege, okay? But she can still do it. It's doable. It's doable. The thing with Candiace is she was born with everything at her feet. She's a silver spoon baby. She's a trust fund baby, you know? So, you know, she's a country club baby. So, as long as you had on the right outfit, as long as you were in the right schools, as long as you were in the right spaces, like, people was gonna like you just because you're there. You didn't have to, you know, do much. It wasn't that deep. But for Ashley, as well as some of the other members, they did not have that life. They had to work to get to a place to not necessarily get people to like them, but to respect them. They had to do certain things that they probably really did not want to do in order to just get respect, let alone to be liked. Like, Ashley is literally from under a bridge. And that's not shade, but I'm just using that to show how completely different their lives are. But this makes Ashley mentally different. Ashley literally went and laid up with an old decrepit man to get her family out from under the bridge. So she knows how to maneuver and do what it is that she needs to do to get where she wants to be. She is smart. Not as smart as Michael, because Michael's playing her. But she's smart. She knows not to trust people. She knows what to say, who to say it to. Candiace, on the other hand, doesn't have boundaries, because she was never taught boundaries. She was taught, let me walk all over you. And because you love me and you have respect for me, you're going to also take the blame. It's going to be your fault, you know, whatever, what have you. Like, we might have our spats and our back and forth, but it's still love, though. It's toxic, but it's still love, though. And that is why it's so easy to play Candiace, because all you have to do is give her a tad bit of love, and she's wrapped around your finger, and she's open for the taking. And Candiace falls into the trap every time, and that is what happened in her home with Ashley. Ashley gave her the hope of friendship and used it against her, used Candiace to get what she wanted from Candiace, and dumped her. Karen has done it too. So I don't feel bad for Karen in this moment. I will also say this. Candiace was not being malicious, nor did she start the conversation. She just added to it. She was baited into it. Again, I don't condone it. It's still wrong. However, Candiace did not do it with a group there. She didn't hold it in her back pocket to try to strike at Karen at the right moment, which is what the rest of the ladies do. Anywho, I don't think Candiace denied it because she was trying to lie. I think it was an unexpected moment, and I feel like she was overwhelmed. This is the second time on this trip that she's been ganged up on. And also, they were tipsy. They had wine and stuff like that, you know, when they had that combo. So they were a little bit tipsy, and at least Candiace was, or at least it appeared that way. And it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. Karen gets mad. Candiace starts crying. Candiace says, this is what I mean when I say no is loyal. Including you, Candiace. You are not even loyal to yourself.
The truth.
Because if you were loyal to yourself, you would not have expected Ashley nor Robin to be loyal. Because if you are loyal to yourself, when you're loyal to yourself, you know what loyalty is. And you know what to expect because you give it to yourself. You need to start being loyal to yourself first. You can't expect you cannot expect these ladies to be loyal to you when you are not even loyal to yourself. Hear me, okay? Karen basically says, unless you have receipts, don't say my name in these streets. And I can't be mad at that. Giselle's messy behind is going to say, you didn't say it was true, but you did say don't talk about you in these streets. Karen, at this reunion, you better have the same energy for Giselle that you just gave to Candiace. Candiace calls Chris. She's near tears at this point. And she tells them, she's like, nobody is loyal, and all of these things. And Chris says, yeah, you have been loyal to them. And they throw it back in your face. So Candiace, at this point, everybody can see it. Even your husband and your future baby daddy and them can see it. Everybody can see it except you. At this point, it is very simple. Stop being loyal. Be loyal to only you. Because that's what everybody else does. You think that you can win them over, I guess, in some way by trying to cuddle up to everybody. And that's not the name. That's not the name of this game. Okay? That's not the name of this game. You're going to have to be loyal to Candiace first, period, and point blank. They go to the club after this, minus Giselle. Candiace, I don't know why you went and hung out with them, but, it's Candiace. Candiace lives for, a girl bonding moment. I'm not even going to go over about, what she said in her confessional, because, Candiace, please don't get lured back into being cozy with them. Y'all had a drunk night, and that was it. They don't like you, okay? And I get why you want to have a good time, but let it just be a good time. But word to Wu-Tang Clan, you best protect your neck, okay? Because they're not your friends. Learn how to keep them in your back pocket like they do you. It's the end of the night. They're going back to the room. Robin and Candiace get into the car. This was not a filmed moment, but Ashley was recording it on her phone. So we have audio. There was an argument. They were drunk. Candiace was emotional, but she's emotional sober, so it would make sense that she's an emotional drunk, okay? And Candiace is basically telling Robin, I can't believe you did that to me. You did it to hurt me. You wanted to hurt me and embarrass me and make me look crazy in front of the group. And Robin is like, but you said it. But Robin, if you were her friend, you would have handled it differently. You wouldn't have done Giselle like that.
Now hold on.
Just like how you felt with Giselle when she put your business out there with Ashley about Juan's name not being on the house, right? It's the same thing. If you're supposed to be friendly with somebody, you give them common courtesy. And you didn't do that. And therefore, Candiace is hurt and she has every right to be. At this point, this was very exhaustive to watch. And because I watch Candiace do this to herself. And Candiace just has to get to a point where she is okay with not being friends with them. Because that's where Ashley is. Ashley is I come to do my job and I got my real friends, somewhere else. I don't really need, Giselle don't like me. Oh, that's cute. Ashley don't care. And I feel like Candiace has to get you some friends off the show, girl. Or is this your only friends? Is this your only group of people that you hang with? Because if it is, girl, you need to get you some other friends. Because that's what it seems like. I feel like if Candiace had some really good friends outside of the show, I feel like she wouldn't be so thirsty to be friends with the cast of the show. But she just has to develop that type of attitude. And in the words of Monique, Candiace needs to grow up. So that is the review. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please let me know how you felt about the situation. Do you feel like Candiace needs to grow up? Or do you feel like, you agree with, Candiace trying to cozy up and be friends with everybody? Definitely leave me a like if you like this video, and please don't forget to subscribe because it really helps me out. And I hope y'all like this video as much as y'all have liked the last two. And I hope to see y'all in the next one. And please stay tuned and also hit the notification bell because I have a Safari and Erica Mena video coming out next. So I'm very excited because I just need a break from Potomac. Just a little. I need to do something else. I've been talking about Potomac and I'm a little. Whew. So we're gonna talk about those two toxic individuals. So stay tuned, and I hope to see y'all in that video. Bye.